What's up, everybody? In this video, Tuesday's video, I won't have a face cam for this one because we're just going to be analyzing gameplay and stuff, and I just don't want to waste any time or waste your time. So instead of doing a typical review, or we do it where I'm like, showing my face cam, I'm gonna try something a bit different. I'm taking inspiration from other reviewers, and I'm gonna do a mix up of how I usually do things. But I wrote a few notes for myself, and I'm gonna be kind of talking about certain gameplay points. But I'm gonna show the trailer in full and also some leaked gameplay. And then in another video that'll be like, I don't know, another day, maybe Thursday or Friday, we'll go over the pre-order and deluxe edition cosmetics. And in that video, I'll talk about the price more and stuff. So right now, I just want to focus on the gameplay content. Anyways, into the video.
Wesker Newton, your truth bombardier here. We got us a kind of a clown invasion I thought only happened in Nevada deserts. The things a clown can do to a person's body, folks, it's depraved, it's disgusting, and often mighty creative. They got big shoes for a reason, folks. Don't make a ruckus. Those bat-eared bastards can hear you coming a mile away. Teamwork is life, amigos, and you have to stay alive to win. Hell yeah! Shit!
Got it!
Aha! You want to kill those clowns? Make like a Beverly Hills surgeon and give those real clown wives a nose job. Clowns are here. Clowns are now.
To the video. So I do like the intro to the official trailer. It is very interesting. We'll show the leaks second, by the way, just so you guys know. Do that after we go over the main trailer, and then I'll go over the leaks and give my thoughts. But I do like the lighthouse. This has been confirmed to be another map. The maps are going to be procedurally generated, and I feel like just hearing that alone is going to be good for the game. We take Helldivers, for example, and it's a new planet. They have tons of planets, and every time they reveal a new planet in the war that's going on right now in Helldivers, which I would highly recommend getting the game because even though that some people didn't get to play on release and have missed out on what the beginning planets were and stuff, there's a lot to do always, and there's always new content to explore right now, planet-wise. And I will count that as new content because it is like an actual area. It's not like you're purchasing something every time. And in this game, so Killer Klowns, for example, or that was my example, but in Killer Klowns, they will also have procedural generation, and there's going to be two separate maps with procedural generation at release. The one from the movie, and then they have this one, which is showed in the gameplay trailer. So here it kind of looks like with the from 14 seconds to 16 seconds before they show the other logo thing of another company, it kind of looks like a little kids park thing out in the wilderness, kind of like a parks warden type of thing, and they have like an outhouse type of bathroom, and it looks like this is going to be actually more in the forest. So I kind of wonder how this is going to play out. Now they're going through the forest here about 25 seconds into the trailer. The dude does his thing, is talking over everything. They show more off of the type of forest thing, and then we get into the clown dude. But before we show the clown execution, I just want to kind of go over the setting here of the new map they revealed. And it is cool because remember this, you could kind of think this is kind of in the movie because I believe this is the parking lot the teenagers were in at the beginning of the movie, potentially, or inspiration from the wilderness part of the movie where the tent is in the trees and the forest. So, and then later on, the tent, the alien ship tent, is in a theme park. So I'm guessing on the main town map, the tent alien base is always going to be in the theme park, unless the procedural generation randomizes that. But I'm presuming it's always going to be in the theme park, even with procedural generation. And then in this map, it's always going to be in the forest. So that's my theory on that. And I kind of wonder, I'm hoping the procedural generation isn't just like traps or like, you know, this building is moved a quarter inch over or some bullshit like that. Like, it's not like, you know, take out Last Trials, for example, a game that is officially dead at this current time frame on PC. By March 5th, we're going to see if it will be revived or not, but currently it is dead. You know, I kept saying it's dying, but it actually is dead. Like, it's a dead game. The Copers don't believe me. That's okay. But maybe by March 5th, it will be revived. I will have a review on that through gameplay. But I feel like Killer Klowns is going to do better than Outlast. See, I was wrong about Texas Chainsaw Massacre, because TCM, apparently they just fired all the developers. So hopefully that doesn't happen with Killer Klowns and they do meet their profit margins, because yeah, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre team was fired. They, all the main head staff there, resigned, and the company essentially that owns the IP to Texas Chainsaw Massacre, or whoever their bosses were in this case, lost faith in them because the blue-haired and pink-haired people are too woke to actually do their work properly. Now, I didn't see a lot of woke stuff in Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but I think apparently, according to what I've heard, is they had internal issues. So it doesn't seem like Killer Klowns has that issue. Other than the Discord, they are allowing some weird people in there, but they are addressing them and they are correcting them. But it's kind of ridiculous how they won't just kick them, even though they're left-wing gits trying to cause issues with the game, because obviously that shouldn't be a thing. But if we move on to the next bit here, the execution is actually pretty cool. I do like it. It's very graphic. I kind of wonder how these are going to work. I've been hearing from a lot of people they also wonder how it's going to work, because I'm guessing the clown doing the execution is shrouded in smoke or something, or maybe everybody else can see the execution, or maybe it is like a weird smoke bubble to everybody that's not in the execution, but obviously the people in the execution, the person getting executed ends up dying. I had to fix my chair there. God damn. But the survivors, or townsfolk, or whatever you want to call them, actually, DeadnotAlive told me, and from what he's heard, is they can actually respawn at the other NPC survivors that are still alive. So, say, I don't know, there's about like 30 NPC survivors in one map, and then the player survivors, you start out with your class and you're building everything as a survivor, and say a clown kills you, you can respawn as one of the NPC survivors, so you're always being entertained, so it's not like you're out of the match or spectating. You actually get to respawn as another survivor, unless they're all dead already. Obviously, that would be near more the end of the game, and clowns would win. And apparently, there's also a mini game when you die, so it's like not boring to all the short attention span gamers out there. So if you do have a short attention span, I believe it's also appealing to those people as well. And then we got some lasers here. They're getting lasered. There's the cocoons. That's really cool. I did enjoy that, seeing the cocoons. And then, there's a clown jump scare. And then, see, this is the weird thing. There's a shock execution, and then skip past that, and now there's like some dude doing some weird, like, trippy teleportation stuff. And DeadnotAlive had his take on it as well. And since, of course, I've talked to him and mentioned his name a lot, I'll link his video in the description of this one on his take of the trailer. But I forget what he said about the teleportation thing exactly, but I believe he also thinks it's a teleportation device. But if you want to hear his opinion, go to his video. But yeah, or his, thoughts, opinion, what he thinks it's going to be. I also think it's going to be a teleportation type device. It looks like, I'm guessing it might be a randomized teleportation device. So one teammate starts it, the other one goes through. I don't know if there's certain skill sets you gotta have, but I don't know if they're like how loadouts are gonna work. Or how the leveling system's going to work, if there's going to be a season pass, if it's going to cost money. I've been hearing there's not going to be like paid for microtransactions, but the thing about that is that doesn't make sense though, is there is a deluxe version giving you extra outfits and stuff, so that would count as a DLC microtransaction, which isn't an in-game microtransaction. So maybe they'll have DLCs only, or different purchase options for the game, but not actually in-game microtransactions, and not an in-game store, but just DLCs that you buy separately. But I don't know. We're gonna have to see what they end up doing here with their game on release. But then we got the clowns kind of moving through the cave. We got this guy shooting a grenade launcher, and I think that's a newer weapon. I actually find that pretty cool how the clowns have a grenade launcher, and I found this really weird with the clowns kind of walking, but doesn't it look like kind of buggy? I know they're like moving forwards, and they actually probably are using like a controller to go walk slowly, but it kind of looks jank. Like, yeah, Shorty's leg kind of looks like bugged out. I don't know. It looks weird. And then we get to see one of the new exits, and this is what kind of worries me between the balancing of the game, and I'm going to talk about balancing more. So this is going to be a bit of a longer video of me talking about balancing and stuff and what I've seen with past asymmetrical games. But in this case, talking about the bunker exit, which I'm just going to call this the bunker exit or the bunker door exit, because that's what it looks like. You got to get gas, I'm guessing, which is very weird, to start the power. Then you got to type in the code after there's power from the gas, and then you can actually get through, and it looks like there's a timer on it, so there's only so much time to go through. There's about 14 seconds, I believe. Yeah, so it starts from 14 seconds. So it is limited time, so I'm guessing every time you need to get new gas, but the code stays the same unless the code refreshes and you got to find a new code. So it is only a 14-second exit. So essentially, say one of the survivors doesn't communicate to their teammates and gets out the exit. The clowns, I'm guessing, could block the exit, which in my opinion would be fair because that's like defending a certain position. In most cases, I'm guessing this is like if the clowns don't know where you are and then you get out as a team, or say you already killed a few of the clowns. But this is just one route, and I'm hoping that this one route isn't overpowered. But there is also, as you can see here, they do defeat one of the clowns. They kill him. Now, I don't know how this is going to work, if you're going to be able to play other clowns after you die, just like the survivors, or how many clown lives they have, unless they only have the one life and survivors have the amount of lives that is left of the NPC survivors. So I kind of wonder if the clowns will have more lives. But it kind of looks, I know this is a weaker one, but it's kind of like, I don't know. I wonder if we're going to get bully squads like Dead by Daylight, and then it's just like people are going to surround the clown, beat the shit out of the clown, and then just kill him, and bam, it's over for the monster side of things in this asymmetrical type of game. Because I think they only said there's 3 clowns, and then you got the NPC clowns, the little tracker guys. But I don't think you can play as the NPC ones. Unless after you die, you like take over one. I don't know. I guess we'll have to see how that works when the game releases. Officially on June 4th, but May 28th for anybody that pre-orders the game. So you don't need to pre-order the deluxe version. If you just buy the game normally, you'll be able to play a week early. But if you say you want to wait, and you want to wait till it officially releases, then play it, then you can. But I'll be playing it with DeadnotAlive, and he'll be streaming. I think I'm also going to be streaming then, because I don't want to record that entire time. So I'll probably be streaming as well, and we'll be streaming Killer Klowns on the 28th when it releases. And then at the end here, we just see some weird kind of creepy clown emote thing. I found that a little weird. But on to the leaked video now. DeadnotAlive sent me this. He managed to find this leaked gameplay. It's kind of hard to see. And just before we talk about the leaks, actually, I want to mention one thing. It is going to be on next-gen consoles and PCs. So some people, I guess, were like, I see it's only for PS5 and whatever the new Xbox is. And to me, it's like, I don't really care about that. But we got some leaks here. I am going to show off. DeadnotAlive sent this to me. I kind of had to. Yeah, let's go through it here. So I'm not going to let you guys hear the gameplay. But if we look here, there is. I mean, yeah, I'll let you hear it on. Well, no, there's not really much to hear here. But of course, if we look at it, there is like the one thing I'm worried about is how the clown gets beat up. The one weaker clown, the same dude that went down before the redhead guy. And I am kind of curious about with the balancing, because he had 2 health bars, and then I don't think he's a fighter class, because there are fighter classes. And then Shorty turns to a pizza box, and it says, a clown disguised as a pizza box makes it easy to surprise unaware victims. You can run around in disguise too. And then you can go out, you could return to your normal form, or you can go from a pizza box to an uppercut. So I'm guessing, and I don't know who leaked this, but I'm guessing that will determine the advantages and disadvantages with these abilities. Like, Shorty can uppercut from it. In my opinion, if you let the pizza box come up to you and let him do an uppercut, I feel like that should be at least like half your life gone or a one-shot, because it is a clown. So you would think the clowns being, the killers, and there's only 3 of them, and there's like 30 to like 40 survivors, and then 7 of them can be taken over by people, and then plus they have second chances by taking over other survivors. You would think that it would be pretty easy to kill humans. But if we see from the first bit here, it's kind of, I don't know, it looks like some of the clowns can actually be pretty weak, and then they do get knocked out, and it looks like they're timed out. But if someone has a gun, then they can kill them. But then it says mash the button to get back up. So I guess you're just in a knockout phase. You're not dead. You do get a second chance. But if there is a whole team around with potentially a weapon that can kill you, like for example shooting your nose, the nose of the clowns, just like the movies, will kill them after they're knocked out. What is the balancing of that? That's my question. And then when they're dead, can they respawn? So I don't know. We'll have to see what it is, because I really hope this game does better than Texas Chainsaw Massacre and Outlast, but because both those games are dead now, and it seems like Dead by Daylight is still the only asymmetrical game that people play. The other thing I wanted to mention about past games is, as long as they don't go woke or anything, like VHS, for example, Video Horror Society, you can look it up. You can't even download the game now. They had to shut down their servers. Hellbent Games is like nowhere to exist now. And they went so woke, they tried to sell Pride skins, and they were only pertaining to an audience of people with clearly mental issues. And of course, that audience of people is very fringe and minor. So when you just make your game for a very low player count audience, low population amount, then you're not going to sell your game, because there isn't that many freaky people out there. And when you just pertain to those freaky people, then you're not going to make sales. And if you look at Helldivers, for example, they don't have any gross propaganda in it like all these other games. The only thing I did mention before talking about it in a recording, I was playing with some friends, and I was kind of thinking to myself, what is wrong with Helldivers? The only thing about Helldivers is a bit woke is the fact that you can have a female voice on a dude's body. That is very weird. Same with an Outlast, you can also do that as well. It doesn't need to be in the game, it doesn't make more sales. And judging by Outlast, their player counts, obviously it's not like it's a good advertising tool. They just decided to do it. I don't know why, just to follow the woke agenda. But other than that, the game looks pretty good. I'll conclude my final thoughts here, so the video is not too long, but in the next video we'll cover some cosmetics. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing the leaked gameplay, and of course me going over the trailer and breaking it up if you missed something or didn't wanted to see someone else's thoughts about it. But if you want to still see someone else's thoughts about I don't know if he talked about the leaked gameplay, but for sure he talked about the actual official gameplay from the devs in their new trailer that was at FanFest. Go check out DeadnotAlive. I believe possibly in the future he'll go over the leaked gameplay, or for sure he's already gone over the outfits, and I'll be going over that in another video. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.
Well, it seems like this video has come to an end. And if you want to support Dan further, make sure to hit that join button, subscribe, like and smack that bell button.